Hello and welcome here to Talk FCB and welcome back for yet another video here on the channel. And today I want to be talking about Gerard Piqué. Now, it's a very interesting story, this one, because I think if you look on the channel, there's been quite a few videos over the time that I've been uploading about Gerard Piqué. Now, I take your mind back to the last Clasico, and that's why I want to talk about Gerard today, because on the verge of the Clasico coming up next Sunday, and on the verge of a very big game against Man City, it's a very stark contrast to where Gerard Piqué was the last time we played in a Clasico. Last October, Gerard Piqué reached a real low point, I think. I think last season he was actually given a lot of unfair criticism. At the end of the season, last season, he played very well. He got an injury, unfortunately, which ruled him out of key matches in that season, but he did have a good end to the season. Now, against Real Madrid in the Clasico, he obviously made the mistake whereby he handballed it. Ronaldo got the penalty, and that was really where the game swung. You can't blame it all on Gerard Piqué, but that was certainly a big mistake. After the game, I do admit that myself, and I think a lot of other fans are very annoyed with him. And there is a reason why people get annoyed with Gerard Piqué, and there's a reason why he does get slightly more criticism than other players. And that's because we've seen that he's got the quality. We have seen in him that he can be one of the best defenders, if not the best centre-back in the world. And you may think that's over-exaggerating, but during, Pep's time, and a little bit after that as well, Gerard Piqué had the sort of form, and he maintained the sort of form that really is special for a defender. And alongside Puyol, he was outstanding. And it's not just that, though. It's what he is. He's from the academy. He's a Spanish lad. He's down to earth. He's got the fact he's with Shakira as well doesn't help things at times, because people link that with his bad performances, which probably isn't the case, his personal life. But at the end of the day, whenever anyone criticises Piqué, it's only because they know of the great player he can be. And there was a quote from a Spanish journalist when describing Piqué, basically said that he was talking with Gerard, and he said to him, I could retire when I'm about 30, because he'll retire when he doesn't feel like he wants to play anymore, because he has to stay in love with the game. Gerard said that sometimes he wakes up and he just, he's not really in love with it, but when he switches on and when he's committed and when he's got the real desire to go out there and perform, you can see the player he is. And this season, it's a combination of a bit of a wake-up period during that Real Madrid game, because the 3 games after that, Luis Enrique benched him. He was left out of a Spanish squad. There was an apparent injury that he had which didn't really exist apparently, and it was a bit of a wake-up call for Piqué, a sort of thing that says, hang on a sec, you're not guaranteed a place in this team, you're going to have to earn it. Now that was correct to Luis Enrique, he had the bottle to do that, and it could have gone up badly, but it worked very well, because Gerard said to himself, I want to be in this team, I want to be behind the success, I want to hit the form that I can, and fair play to him, real credit to him, because he has. For the months that have followed, and that's why I've waited probably to make this video. I didn't make it in January, didn't make it in February. I want to make it now, because it has been a good few months now since Gerard Piqué's poor match, and he did make a mistake against Villarreal, which led to a goal off the top of my head. But apart from that, he has been so solid, and when somebody deserves credit, we should really give it to them, because he's got so much criticism, he's been made a scapegoat at times, and like I say, myself, criticised him after the Clasico, but let's be fair to him here, he's been outstanding, and I think there was a moment in the game against Eibar this weekend where Gerard Piqué went down, and he was grabbing hold of his leg or his thigh, and there was a moment where you thought, we really don't want this to be an injury. We really can't afford Gerard Piqué to be out. And it's that moment where you realise he is that now vital to us. He is one of our most important players, because he is actually becoming a leader in that back four, alongside Mascherano, whoever plays next to him, because it's always Piqué and someone. And that's what it is starting to be now. We've got our back four, we've got our defensive unit, and Piqué's always a part of that. And that's very important. And as long as he can keep up this momentum, and as long as he can keep up this focus, that's a very big word in Piqué's world, he has to keep his focus. But I just hope coming into this big week now, he could really prove himself, and he can prove himself all over again as one of the best defenders in the world. And I do believe on his current form and in his current state, he is certainly in that bracket, because he's been outstanding this season. In aerial battles, he's strong, he's very commanding, he's always pushing the lineup, he's always making sure everyone's in check, he's been very good when he's been one-on-one. You often see him making some very well-timed sliding tackles these days. He's He's been spot on in that department. You know, he seems like he's got his fitness back again. He's quite quick. I wouldn't call him lightning fast, but certainly not slow. There's been times in recent seasons where Gerard Piqué has lost many, many races against strikers, but this season his movement's been good, and let's be fair, he's got a few goals down the other end as well. It's his best ever goal-scoring season. We always know that he likes to go forward. He fancies himself as a bit of a striker, and let's be credit here. Let's give great credit to him, because Piqué has come out of his shell. He's got out of that rut that he was in earlier on in the season. With the help of Luis Enrique, he's helped recover his form, and I just hope going into the Clásico and going into the very, very big stage of the season that he can maintain this form, because it's really special indeed. So leave your thoughts down below on Gerard Piqué. Like I say, I really do hope that he can continue this pattern and that he can continue this success, because he's a really likeable guy at the end of the day. He is a really likeable person and a likeable player. So leave your thoughts down below, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Get involved in the comments. I'll see you very soon. But until then, as always, Visca al Barça.